Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited. I have another beautiful new wig to show you. This is Bryce by Jon Renau in the color Strawberry Syrup. Before we start and look at all the details, I wanted to ask if you wouldn't mind subscribing either here in the video or down below, and we'll get started. Okay. So Bryce is just a gorgeous, long, wavy style, as you can see. And she is advertised as having these, the curtain fringe that's so popular now. You can see it quite a bit on this side. We have shorter pieces. Those are the short pieces there, right in the front. And then you have layers throughout, a little bit here, and some longer layers. And it really allows this medium density wig to feel light because you have all these layers. She also comes with a center part, and when we talk about the cap construction, we'll look at that. She's a center mono part, but as you can see, I am wearing her quite a bit to the side in a left part, and that's because even though it's a center part, there's a generous portion of lace front kind of towards the front hairline that allows you to move her to the right or left, at least coming down closer to the forehead. So I think in that way, she is actually much more versatile than I first thought. I was a little worried because center parts aren't usually my thing, but the way I've been able to style her, I think I really like this. And to style her, just to let you know, what I did was I changed the part and steamed it in place. And I did steam her then away from the face here a little bit as well. And again, if you need a refresher on how to steam a part in place, change the part and steam a wig away from the face, I'll leave you a link in the description box to a previous video I did on that subject. So absolutely a gorgeous style. I love these waves. It feels very comfortable and light. And in usual Jon Renau fashion, the lace front and the mono part are done very well. So let's take a look at that. So here we have the front lace, the lace front. And then you have the mono part. And I did want to mention, I have not put any silicone tape or powder on this yet because as we're going to cover when I look at the cap construction, the lace that has been used on this surprised me a little bit. It's a little different from the lace that I'm typically used to seeing on Jon Renau wigs. It's a little bit shinier, but still excellent in terms of realism. And I'm going to show you how with some matte eyeshadow you can really take care of that shine that is on this lace. So we'll take a look at that, but for now, let's take a look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right. And the back. Beautiful movement. And the left. As you can see, just a gorgeous, gorgeous wig. So next we will look at the cap construction. We will do some styling options. I'm excited to show you what I have in mind because this is a classic, beautiful style, but I also think it gives me a little bit of a boho-chic vibe. So let's see if we can play with that. And then we'll look at her in outdoor lighting as well. Okay, let's look at the cap construction. So the first thing I want to mention is this lace front and mono part. The lace that was used for this, I'm hoping you can see this in the video. You see how that shimmers? It's a shinier lace than I'm accustomed to seeing on Jon Renau caps. And there's no seam here. There's just one piece for the mono part and for the lace front. So to deal with this shine a little bit, and it's the same on the surface, so it's not just the underside. This lace, this is just the material it's made of. So what we'll want to do is somehow kind of tone down that shine a little bit with some matte eyeshadow, and I like using a piece of silicone tape underneath as well to give you a realistic scalp appearance when you're looking at the wig from the top. So we'll do that together, but let's look at the cap first. So like I said, we have this center mono part, And I was worried about that at first because I really prefer having a left part. And so I thought that I might not like this as much, but it turns out that you can actually part her quite a bit to the right and left, because as you get closer to the front hairline here, you have a pretty generous portion actually of lace front there to work with. So you might have to have it more in the center as you move back towards the crown, but as you move towards the front hairline, you can part her left or right. And I'll show you that. You'll see that when I'm styling her, and you saw her that way in the introduction actually. So very nice. I think you can actually work with that quite a bit. Now she is temple to temple, not extended lace front. So that is that portion. Then you have a open wefted cap, pretty stretchy, maybe not quite as stretchy as some I've tested recently, but still comfortable. You have just a regular nape, not an extended nape. You have Velcro adjusters, so you can adjust it to your circumference, and you can see I've tightened it almost all the way for myself. You have the ear tabs, very comfy, and the metal stays inside. And yeah, it's a very comfortable, breathable cap, and I think you can do much more with her than I initially thought. So we'll do some styling options, and we'll take her outside, but first let's go ahead and take a look at what she'll look like with the silicone tape. So I have this AWD medical silicone tape from Amazon, and it comes in a roll, so I've pre-cut a piece here. So what we'll do is we'll turn the cap inside out. I hope I can do this on camera so that you can see. You peel this away from the backing there. That's the piece of silicone tape. And place it wherever you've parted her. And now I've parted her sort of to the left, so we'll place it there. And I don't want to go all the way to the front of the hairline, but pretty close. Just about like that is good, I think. And then press that in place. Okay. Now that's going to stay there. Now that still doesn't take care of the shine that we talked about. So let me go ahead and put her on. Flip, and then adjust her by the ear tabs. Make sure I've got the right position. That looks good. Okay, so now you can see we have a nice natural looking scalp appearance because of that tape. Now I'm going to use, this is the NYX shadow palette that I got from Amazon, and it is the Warm Neutrals shadow palette. And from this palette, I like to use, and you can see it's been used quite a bit already, this color. It's the third from the left in the top row. So I take a paintbrush because these are stiffer than makeup brushes, and I really want to get into those fibers to really get that matte eyeshadow on there to get rid of the shine on that lace so that my part line doesn't sparkle in the sun. So I've put some eyeshadow on there, and now I just go and I just dab that into the part line. You can see, and you don't want to make it too extreme, so that also doesn't look natural if it ends up being too extreme. So we'll have to absolutely clean that up a little bit so that it's not such a white line. And what I like to do for that is I have a little applicator that came with another eyeshadow kit, and you can use that and just kind of go along the part line and clean up any extra shadow you have on there, any extra powder, I should say. Clean that up. All right. And there you go. You've gotten rid of the shine. You've created a more natural looking part line. So, okay, let's look at some styling options. Bryce is a wonderful style to work with, and I'm very excited to see what we can do with her. First, I would say let's just do the ear tuck. I'm definitely an ear tucker. I love doing that. I just think that's a nice way to kind of style it away from the face a little bit on one side. And my bio hair that's peeking through here is darker than the wig, so I did apply some Color Wow root powder in the color dark blonde. I don't think it's a perfect match, but it's a little bit better than the dark brown that was showing there before. So you can absolutely use root powder for that purpose. That's one cute look. And then the way I have her parted on the left, you can see that this is what really wants to fall in my face a little bit. I could steam her back more, but I didn't want to completely remove that curtain bang effect that is so pretty. So to just lift her away from the face throughout the day when you're working, a little claw clip would work well. And now here, I would just be mindful of where that lace front ends right there. You can see that. So maybe leave a little piece to cover that section and then just place the claw clip. And that is very convenient just to have it out of your face and not disturb the curl pattern too much. So that's absolutely an option for keeping her away from the face. Then I think also, of course, you can always do a ponytail, but let's do something different this week. Let's try a half up, half down do. So we'll just gather, and maybe for this we'll leave a few face framing pieces out. Try not to get it in the lipstick. Okay, we'll leave those pieces out, and then we'll smooth back a nice portion. The fibers, not too much. And you absolutely want to get rid of any bumps and flyaways, and just kind of gather that up loosely, not too tight. And then I have my clip here, and I'll just clip it. And then I like to make sure that I've got coverage on the sides here and that it's not the cap or my bio hair showing. And you can pull some pieces forward or leave it all back. Maybe pull down on the fibers a little bit if you want to create better coverage around the ears. Let's look at that from all sides. Here it is from the right and the back and the left. Next, I want to create a little boho chic style for you, and it's going to be fun to try this and see what we can achieve. It's a youthful look, and I've seen a lot of that lately. So I will get my things together and see you in just a sec. So for our boho chic look, what I want to do is create a mini accent braid and then maybe pull it back as well and see whether we can achieve a cute style with that. I've seen a lot of it lately, as I said, and you can either do a mini braid on one side or do both sides. I've seen them framing the face as well. I don't like that as much. That's not what I'm going for. I just want a little interest, kind of if someone looks closely, they'll say, huh, that's interesting that you added that to your style. And I think it's just a fun way to play with your wig a little bit and do something different so it doesn't look exactly the same every day. And it's easy to do. So what we're going to need are some of these little, these are just tiny little clear hair ties that I purchased from Amazon. And we'll take a little section. I think we'll do it on this side. Not too much. We're just trying to create a mini accent braid. So then you want to separate that into 3 pieces and start braiding. Now, we did a lot of hair braiding in my youth, so I did a lot of this in the past. I haven't in quite some time. I did try a French braid recently, but let's go ahead, and this might take a little while because the fibers are pretty long and this braid is so teeny tiny. So we may do a time lapse here. Okay, and as we get to the ends here, I don't think it needs to be braided all the way to the ends. I think this little pretty wave is nice to look at as well. So we'll take our little clear hair tie and just tie that off there. All right, that will hold that in place. You can see our little braid. And so to wear her down, you would just kind of integrate her into the rest of the fibers, and I think that would be fun for a party or a concert or just every day for something neat and interesting. And you also, of course, can use these tiny accent braids and incorporate them in an updo, either a bun, a ponytail, or maybe we'll go ahead and give her a try in our half up, half down as well. So because we did a half up, half down do previously in this video, I thought we would fast forward this section in the interest of saving time. I try to keep my videos to 20 minutes or less. So, okay, so here we are outside. I wanted you to be able to see this beautiful color, this strawberry syrup in natural outdoor lighting, and we have a little bit of sunshine today, so hopefully you can see those beautiful highlights in the sun. So this color is this FS27, and it is a medium red gold blonde with gold blonde highlights, and they're bold gold blonde highlights. I think it's a gorgeous combination, and just gives this beautiful red color such a natural glow. Here is the coloring. We have the Jon Renau shaded syrup coloring, and this is the color FS27, and you can see the lighter strawberry blonde there and the darker red color. So that is the color combination that you'll find in this strawberry syrup. Let's take a close look at the lace front. Beautiful. The lighter fibers in the front makes it look so realistic. We have our mono part. Let's take a look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right. And the back. And the left. Just a gorgeous color. Okay, so final thoughts. Bryce by Jon Renau is just an absolutely stunning, very sort of trendy, fashion-forward wig. It has the curtain bangs. I have one because I parted her on the left. If you keep it in the center, then you'll have the two curtain bangs. But they're long, so there's a lot you can do with them. Of course, you could also trim them into bangs. But those gorgeous layers throughout and these beautiful waves, they're very loose, soft waves, just give this wig a really wonderful styled look. And I was really delighted with the fact, first of all, that you could part her left or right a little bit, even though she has that center mono part. That was the first thing that really surprised me in a pleasant way. And then all the styling options that are possible with this, of course. And I especially enjoyed our little boho-chic accent braid. I just feel like that was really perfect for this wig. So overall, I would say there's just so much you can do. This is a stunning wig. I love the strawberry syrup color. I think it is a beautiful red color without being too in your face and still very realistic looking. And even though I'm very used to being a brunette, I feel very comfortable in this red color, and it is just stunning. So overall, I give this wig and the color a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoyed the review and the styling options, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.